Welcome to a Chit Chat Get Ready with me that is kind of a little bit all over the place. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here though, my name is Hannah and I upload beauty videos. Feel free to stick around and subscribe. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I do mention a couple times throughout this video if it does seem a little bit all over the place, which kind of is. Sorry if it's hard to follow, but I literally got up at 4 a.m. I didn't get much sleep last night because I had my return flight today on the day that I'm filming this. So this is a long day. For me, I have gotten a nap, but yeah, it's a long day. I did want to go ahead and film this video, and I have a couple other videos in mind that I want to go ahead and film for you guys as well. I wanted to talk about my experience flying for the first time by myself. I wanted to show you that, guys, this fall makeup look. I wanted to talk about my trip to Colorado. So excited that I was able to go. So if you want to see all of those things, make sure you keep on watching. Normally I start out with my eye makeup, but unfortunately on this trip I for sure broke out. This is actually the worst my skin's been in a really long time. I have like mostly acne around my nose, but I also have like a couple zits on my forehead, which it's been a really long time since I've had that. So I just washed my face and I have also applied moisturizer. So this is going to be a Chit Chat Get Ready with me, talking about flying for the first time, a fall get ready with me also. But I am also going to be using some new makeup. So this is Milani. This is the SPF 30 primer. It's about 4:15 whenever I'm filming this, and my plan is to film at least a couple of videos. If not, best case scenario, it would be 3 or maybe at least more than 1. I've been waiting to use this because I wanted to use it on a video, but so we're gonna use it today. Did I finish that thought? Oh yeah, I'm probably going to like wash my face soon after filming. That's where I was going with that. But at least I get to try out this primer finally, and I'm gonna fill you guys in. I don't think I brought my foundation in here because on the return flight, well, the foundation I brought on the trip, on the return flight, I put my foundation in my carry-on because, you know, it met regulations, because on the way there, I did not, and it got kind of messy. It didn't like spill or anything like that in my suitcase, but just whenever I was trying to use it afterwards, like you could, I don't know, it's just kind of messy. So I thought it would be safer keeping it with me in my carry-on on the return flight. That mostly just feels like a moisturizer. Like it doesn't feel too much like a primer because it doesn't, I don't know, maybe it is kind of smoothing. It looks a little glowy. This is literally my first time using it. But since I don't have that foundation in here that I've been using, we're going to use the Makeup Forever because I have been using my face self tanner. And if this is too light, we're just gonna make it work. Can I maybe mix in this shade? If this is too light, I might mix in a little bit of this Catrice foundation. This is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and it's in the shade 2. So I might mix that to make it a little bit darker. I did take a little bit of a nap because I had to get up at 4 a.m. Mountain Time, which Colorado is in Mountain Time. Yeah, so if this seems a little all over the place, that is why. Like I kind of have thought a little bit about what I was going to, you know, say in my video, because I for sure wanted to talk about flying for the first time by myself. But I don't know. Like maybe, you know, some of my other videos are more thought out. Maybe that's kind of where I was going with it. Also, I might just like drift off and not finish a sentence. This might actually be good enough. I don't know, maybe a little light. Yeah, it's a little light. So I am going to mix. But yeah, this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. So I'm just gonna kind of mix these two together. So flying, let's talk about it. I had flown before, but that was 8 years ago and that was in a group. So I'd never flown by myself. And now granted, I for sure did pray about it and I had other people praying about it as well, because like this was my first time flying by myself, but it really wasn't that bad. Like I was probably, I mean, I was definitely maybe kind of on edge, but like mildly on edge. But for the most part, I did pretty good. And I don't want to like take credit for that. That's definitely like prayer and the Lord and that kind of thing. But yeah, like flying by yourself doesn't have to be all that scary. I had a friend who dropped me off, and I mean, you know, just pay attention to the signs. I am glad that I checked my gate this morning because I flew out of Denver, and last night when I was looking at it, you know, my gate was one gate, and then this morning I'm glad I checked it because the gate had changed. So I mean, hopefully I would have figured it out, because also like when you're at the gate, it has the destination of the next city that you're going to. But still, I'm glad like I didn't have to try to figure that out this morning, because the Denver airport is huge. So I got up about 4 a.m. But I didn't like, I hardly slept last night because I knew I had to be up today, you know, so I got like mild sleep, I would say. Minor. I got like I dozed off a couple times, got a little bit of a nap, if you will, but definitely not like sleep. And thankfully, my bestie, who I was out there visiting, drove me to the airport this morning. So I went to Colorado because she was going to be out there. Let's go back. Like, this video is already all over the place. I'm sorry, but hopefully you can follow me. So I found, this is tart shape tape. I found out that Andrea was going to be in Colorado, Denver specifically. And I think that she said something like in passing, like we were texting, and she like maybe like mentioned something about me, like the possibility of me going out there. And I was like, let's discuss this, because I've actually like going to Colorado has been in the back of my mind for a while. I'm gonna probably wash my makeup brushes tonight as well. Anyway, so going to Colorado has been in the back of my mind. And it was literally the perfect opportunity because she was going to be out there, and it worked out that I was able to go, and I was very, very, very happy about that. And I just had this piece, which was also really cool, about going. And like the last time I flew was literally 8 years ago in a group. That was my only flying experience. So like, yes, I'd been on a plane before, but since I was with a group, like I didn't really have to pay attention too much to like the signs of like where to go to for the layover, the gates, that kind of thing, because, you know, like we were all going to the same place. So yeah, this was my first time flying by myself, and I would count it as a success. And also, oh man, I specifically brought this in here and I didn't use this, so I'll have to use this a different time. This is the Origins Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff, which especially with my like lack of sleep, this would have been, you know, cool to use. But I guess I can at least show you guys. Oh, so I got this as part of the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. So this is what it looks like. We'll use that a different day. Hopefully I will remember to use it on camera or let you guys know what I think. But yeah, so that's that. This wasn't part of the 21 Days of Beauty, but I did also get this on Ulta. So my bad. Let me go ahead and prime my eyes. I mentioned this in the Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, where I filled you guys in about going whenever I went to Tennessee and Alabama in August and September, about kind of like going out of my comfort zone and pushing myself, and flying by myself kind of like went along with those lines, but I didn't want to talk about it until after the fact. So yeah, I am, you know, I'm very thankful that it went well, which like I said, like that's of the Lord, but like I'm also really proud of myself for doing that too, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because flying by yourself doesn't have to be all that scary. I had a friend who dropped me off on Thursday, and she kind of like walked me through that airport and that kind of thing, because, you know, she knew that airport. And then I had my layover in one of the airports in Texas, and then I got to Denver. And Andrea was already there, so she kind of, well, soon after I was off the plane, she called me and she like just stayed on the phone with me as well and kind of like walked me through the process, which yes, I did have to follow the signs still and that kind of thing, but like she was there to pick me up and I got through it. The Denver airport is huge and yeah, like I did it, and now that's something that I did. Flying by yourself isn't that scary. Definitely something that I would do again. Using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette because unfortunately my September BoxyCharm hasn't gotten here yet and I'm kind of sad about it. So anyway, I do want to still do a fall look, so I'm going to be using this palette for that. But yeah, what else? So we got there Thursday and then that was a long day because I worked that morning for a few hours, then went to the airport, flew, got there, and my plane landed around 7 Mountain Time. I'm in Florida, so I'm obviously not in Mountain Time. Went to In-N-Out, was very happy about that. I've had In-N-Out before. I'm glad that Andrea looked up to see if there'd be an In-N-Out near the Denver area because, you know, there was. So I got In-N-Out on Thursday. And then Friday was kind of a chill day. We did go to dinner that night in the downtown area. So that was Friday. And then Saturday, we went to Garden of the Gods, which is in Colorado Springs. Oh, also another thing I am still not over are the Rocky Mountains because like once again, I'm in Florida and we don't have mountains here. So that was my first time experiencing the Rocky Mountains. I mean, I would say like mountains in general. But yeah, like so pretty, so cool. It did rain off and on when I was there, but that meant we also got rainbows periodically and also like the storm system. Andrea really likes clouds. So the storm system was really cool. And just seeing that over the mountains, also super cool. And just the mountains in general, like I would literally, like she would be driving and I'd be like, look, they're still there. The mountains are still there. I'm like not over it. I'm not okay. So I'm so thankful that I was able to go and that all of that worked out. The elevation is definitely different. You know, like where I am, it's not that much above sea level, and Colorado, it was for sure above sea level. The first night I was like, yeah, like I don't really notice a difference. It's totally fine, but like I didn't want to be like too presumptuous. And then the next day there was a Target really near the hotel that we were at, so I walked to the Target and just like walking there, I was like, oh yeah, I can tell the difference. But yeah, it wasn't horrible, wasn't too bad, but definitely walking uphill, that's where I could for sure tell the difference in the elevation. So back to Saturday, Colorado Springs, going to Garden of the Gods was super, super cool. It's just like these clay rock formations, and one of them, it was like by no means one of the big rock formations, but there was like, I guess like a smaller like incline kind of thing where non-skilled people could climb or like get up a little bit higher, and that like you got a really cool overlook there. And Andrea and I just like sat there and looked at the mountains. I mean, she took more pictures and stuff. And I just like sat there and like took it in, couldn't get over it. So cool. After that, we got lunch. We went to like a taco kind of place and then got coffee. And then, yeah, we drove around Denver a little bit after that. And we ate lunch pretty late, so we didn't like go anywhere for dinner, but we also had like hotel snacks and that kind of thing. So that's kind of what we did for dinner on Saturday. Oh, we also had a pool in our hotel, so we went to the pool for a little bit and then kind of just like watched TV, kind of chilled. I like that we got back not super late because we were back later on Friday. So I'm glad, I like that we got back earlier on Saturday. Then Sunday, we got kind of like a later start. There was also continental breakfast, which I ate every day except for this morning because, you know, leaving the hotel at 4:30. Obviously, breakfast wasn't open yet, and I was like not trying to eat that early. This is the all-nighter setting powder, and this shattered on me, but there's like a little bit left, so that's what I'm going to use to set my face. But yeah, so Sunday, got kind of a later start. We went to a noodle place, so we had lunch first, and then we went to the Denver Botanics Garden. I think that's the name of it. I do have a new product. This is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit 12-hour waterproof. Yeah, I'm not totally sure about the shade though, so I will see. It's 2.5 neutral blonde. I'm wondering if it's going to be too light. But like I said, we'll see. Okay, so that's like the fill inside, and then there's, yes, I was wondering if this was a spoolie, so I'm gonna comb them first. So yeah, my ideal, like whenever I go places, if there's a botanical garden, I'm going to want to go. So I'm so happy that we went, that she wanted to go to. Also, like the weather was pretty nice. That might work, right? Definitely like really fine strokes. And I know that my brows are pretty like, not dramatic, but they're not like, naturally they're not super sparse, but I still like to fill them in a little bit. Maybe if anything, it's kind of like the process of filling them in. What was I saying? Sunday, Botanical Garden. Yeah, super pretty. Also, the weather was pretty nice too. So I'm very glad that we went to the Botanical Garden on Sunday. I think that that's like, oh no, we also, okay, so we did have Indian food that night. So yeah, Sunday night we had Indian food. It was Indian and like I think Nepali food as well. So I got a dumpling soup that I think was on like the Nepali side. That was pretty good. Doing my foundation first definitely like threw off my routine because I have a pretty set process of how I do my makeup. So now I'm going to use bronzer. Oh no, this is not bronzer. It's definitely not the first time that I've done that. So yesterday, Monday, was another pretty chill day. I did walk to a Goodwill and then there was a Panera nearby as well. So that's how I spent some of my time. And we also got In-N-Out again last night because that was a request. I was like, if possible, can we get In-N-Out again? So yeah, I'm glad that we did. And then this morning, now I'm back home. So thank you, Andrea, for driving me to the airport at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Like we literally like did not talk at all. Like I think she was tired, I was tired. Like it was a mutual understanding. Like this is not going to be a big conversation kind of driving, you know. I put on a little bit of blush. But yeah, I'm so thankful I was able to go. I read a couple books, so I'm almost done with this one. This is Make Your Bed by William H. McRaven. And then On the Plane. And then I also read The World According to Mr. Rogers. So I'm glad that I was able to get some reading time in as well. That was fun. I'm gonna use Ofra highlighter in Star Island. So I forgot to bring my highlighter brush. I've been I mostly used this blender brush as my highlighter brush, but since I'm back home and I have my highlighter brush, I'm gonna use my highlighter brush. Set my face. also another one of the newer things that I got was the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Definitely not my first time using that mascara, but I'm going to use one that I already had opened. I might still layer that with the Rare Beauty Mascara. Let me curl my lashes. I don't think that this would match. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a lip color. Oh, wait. Actually, I have it with me in here. I'm gonna line my lips with, I think that this was originally like a Beau Babe shade or brand. And then this is MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. I would say that this is a fairly fall look. I hope that you could kind of still stay with me and follow me. I'm sorry that it was a little bit all over the place, but once again, I did not get much sleep last night. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.